What is more terrifying? A killer you can see? Or a killer who is only a voice? A taunting riddle wrapped in a cipher? In the late 1960s, Northern California lived in fear. A shadowy figure attacked young couples in lovers' lanes. He shot, he stabbed, and then he wrote letters. Letters to the newspapers boasting. Letters containing codes promising his identity. Letters signed with a chilling symbol. The terror began December 20th, 1968. Lake Herman Road, Benicia. Two teenagers, David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen, found shot dead beside their car. A brutal, senseless execution. Police had no motive, no suspects. The case went cold. Until July 4th, 1969. Blue Rock Springs Park, Vallejo. Another young couple, Darlene Ferrin and Michael Mageau, attacked in their car. A man approached with a flashlight. Then, gunfire. Darlene died. Michael survived. He described the attacker, stocky, heavy-set. Less than an hour later, a phone call to the Vallejo Police Department. A calm, monotone voice spoke. "I want to report a double murder. If you go 1 mile east on Columbus Parkway, you will find kids in a brown car. They were shot with a 9mm Luger. I also killed those kids last year. Goodbye." The caller knew details only the killer could know, and he claimed the Lake Herman Road murders. A serial killer was hunting. August 1st, 1969. 3 newspapers receive nearly identical letters. The writer takes credit for the murders. He provides intricate details. And he includes a cipher. A 408-symbol cryptogram divided into 3 parts. I demand you print this cipher on your front page. If you do not, I will go on a kill rampage. The letters are signed with a crossed circle symbol, the mark of the Zodiac. The newspapers complied. The code baffled police. But just days later, a breakthrough. Donald and Betty Hardin, a schoolteacher and his wife, cracked it. The message was chilling. I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game because man is the most dangerous animal. He speaks of collecting slaves for the afterlife, but he does not reveal his name. September 27th, 1969. Lake Berryessa, Napa County. Another couple, Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard, attacked while picnicking. This time, the killer wore a bizarre hooded executioner's costume with the Zodiac symbol stitched on the chest. He tied them up. Then he stabbed them repeatedly. Cecilia died. Brian survived. He described the attacker, stocky, heavy-set. Less than an hour later, a phone call to the Napa County Sheriff's Office. A calm, monotone voice spoke. I want to report a double murder. If you go 12 miles out on Hunting Hill Road, you will find some kids in a car. I also killed those kids last Christmas. in Balvetta, and 1 year ago today in Vallejo. Goodbye. The caller knew details only the killer could know, and he claimed the Lake Berryessa murders. A serial killer was hunting. October 11th, 1969. San Francisco, Presidio Heights. Taxi driver Paul Stein shot dead in his cab. Witnesses saw a man wiping down the cab. He walked away, calmly. Police mistakenly searched for a black suspect. The white killer likely passed right by them. 3 days later, another letter to the San Francisco Chronicle. It contains a piece of Paul Stein's bloody shirt, proof it was him. He mocks the police for their incompetence, and he threatens to attack a school bus, shoot the kiddies as they come bouncing out. Panic gripped the city. November 8th, 1969. Another cipher arrives. The infamous Z340. 340 characters. For over 51 years, it remained unsolved. The Zodiac continued writing. More letters, more taunts, more threats. He claimed dozens more victims. He sent bizarre greeting cards. He demanded the police wear Zodiac buttons. He seemed to relish the game. The investigation was massive. Thousands of leads, hundreds of suspects. But the Zodiac was careful. He left few clues. Fingerprints were partial, smudged. Handwriting analysis inconclusive. The composite sketches varied. The prime suspect emerged, Arthur Leigh Allen, a former teacher fired for misconduct. He owned the right type of guns. He wore a Zodiac brand watch. He allegedly confessed to friends. He lived near the first murder scene. He matched some descriptions. But the evidence was circumstantial. His fingerprints didn't match. His handwriting didn't fully match. DNA tests years later were inconclusive. Allen died in 1992, taking his secrets with him. After 1974, the letters stopped. The Zodiac seemed to vanish, leaving behind a legacy of fear and unanswered questions. Until December 2020, a team of amateur code breakers, David Aronchak, Sam Blake, and Yarrow Van Hyke, finally cracked the Z340 after 51 years. The message was more rambling self-aggrandizement, denials that he was on a TV show, and chillingly, I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me. Still, no name. Who was the Zodiac? Was it Arthur Leigh Allen? Or another suspect among hundreds? Did he simply stop killing? Or did he die unknown? The code was broken, but the killer's identity remains an enigma. The Zodiac's code held no name, just more darkness, more calculation, a puzzle designed to taunt. But what about a code found not in a killer's letter, but clutched in a dead man's hand? A man with no name, no past, found on a lonely beach, half a world away. A code that might hold the key to why his life was tamam shud.